welcome you all today to today's Research Dissemination Seminar organized under the COL Research Project on integrating generative AI into teacher education, a pioneering initiative led by the Faculty of Education at the Open University of Sri Lanka. As the Faculty of Education, we are truly proud to be leading this initiative. For the first time in Sri Lanka, a research project of this nature is focusing specifically on integrating generative AI into teacher education is being carried out. And it's happening right here under our roof. And that gives us something to be proud of. Today is not just about sharing research. It's about looking ahead to a future where technology, especially AI, plays a bigger role in teaching learning processes. What we've learned and also what we'll be sharing today can help us take a meaningful action, meaningful steps toward a more modern, technology-integrated education system in Sri Lanka. With that hope in our mind, let's begin the program today. To formally begin our program, I now invite our guests to light the traditional oil lamp. Everyone to remain standing for the national anthem. officially welcome all of you to this important event. Now I invite Dr. Vajra De Silva, Dean, Faculty of Education, to deliver the welcome address.
Vice Chancellor of the Open University of Sri Lanka, other members of the senior management, distinguished guests, honored guests from the Commonwealth of Learning, representatives from the Ministry of Education, fellow academics, research participants, and all the invitees joining us both in person and online. Good morning and a very warm welcome to all of you. It gives me great pleasure as the Dean of the Faculty of Education to welcome you to this Research Dissemination Seminar where we gather to engage with the outcome of the project titled Generative AI in Teacher Education. This seminar marks a significant milestone in our faculty academic journey, and this research project we are sharing today, initiated in February 2025 and supported by the Commonwealth of Learning. I am proud to say that it was led by our Senior Professor Shironica Karunanayaka, whose work continues to inspire motivation and scholarship within the faculty and beyond. In recent years, the rapid emergence of generative AI has raised profound questions for education. What does it mean to teach, to learn, and to evaluate in the age of AI? How do we uphold human capacity, creativity, critical thinking, and ethical responsibility while embracing the possibilities that such technologies offer? These are not abstract questions. They are very practical and urgent and deeply relevant to us as educators, researchers, and policy influencers. And that is preciously why this research project has been so timely and significant. It was aimed not only to raise awareness, but also to empower teacher educators, teachers, to integrate generative AI meaningfully, responsibly, and ethically into their teaching learning processes. Now allow me to welcome all the invitees whose presence enriches this gathering. First, our Vice Chancellor, Senior Professor P.N.C. Tilakaratna. Thank you, sir, for your continued support of academic research and innovation at the Open University. We are also honored to welcome Dr. Tony Mays, Director of Education at COL, and Dr. Olivia, Advisor for Higher Education. Your contribution and continued collaboration have been invaluable to the success of this initiative. We are also privileged to welcome senior officials from the Ministry of Education, including Mr. Sumit Parakramavansa. Your presence here signifies the importance of this research in informing national educational priorities. And a warm welcome is also extended to our deans of other faculties, the Director of Postgraduate Institute of English, the Registrar, Bursar, and the Librarian of the OUSL, Research Director, Professor Virapon, all the heads of the department and elected faculty board members of the Faculty of Education, the Assistant Registrar and dedicated non-academic staff of our faculty, and our valued academic colleagues and research participants. A special welcome to our two resource persons, Ms. Shalini Rajasingham and Mr. Asanka Seneviratna. Thank you for your insightful contribution to this collaborative initiative. Colleagues, as we proceed with today's program, I invite you to reflect on the potential of research not only to inform but to transform. Let us see today's dissemination not as the end of a project, but as the beginning of a broader conversation across disciplines, institutions, and national boundaries about the future of teacher education in a digitally mediated world. Thank you once again for your presence, your participation, and your shared commitment to advancing education through thoughtful, evidence-based motivation. Welcome, and I wish all you a stimulating and a productive seminar. Thank you.
Thank you very much, dear Madam. Now, to give us an overview of the research project, I kindly invite Senior Professor Shironica Karunanayaka, COL Chair in Teacher Education, to address the gathering.
Good morning, everyone. Senior Professor PMC Tilakaratne, our Vice Chancellor, the Chief Guest today, and Dean Education, Dr. Vajira De Silva, and our participants from Commonwealth of Learning, Dr. Tony Mays, Director Education of COL, and Dr. Yako Olivier, Advisor Higher Education from COL, who are joining via Zoom. Then all our special invitees, including representatives from the Ministry of Education and all our senior management members, including Registrar Bursa and all our deans, and all our colleagues from other faculties, departments, and our students as well, who were research participants, and everybody who have gathered here today. So it takes me great pleasure to see you all today to share our experiences in relation to this research dissemination, in relation to this research project on integrating generative AI in teacher education. So as Dr. Vajira mentioned, this is yet another innovative initiative at the Faculty of Education, as we have done previously also like OER and other innovative initiatives. So let me share a brief overview of our research project and its outcomes. Let me share the slides now. Right, okay, so as I mentioned and the Dean also mentioned, this project is related to the annual plan of my position as COL Chair Teacher Education at the Commonwealth of Learning, which initiated in 2023 with an MOU signed by the OUSL with the Commonwealth of Learning. And the first year research project was over. This is the second year research project, and the agreement was signed in 2024 December, and the research project was, after receiving the ethics review approval, we commenced from 2025 mid-January and ended in ended now today. So that's like 6 months duration. Right. So the aim of this project was to explore how generative AI can be integrated into teacher education programs in an ODL environment, which is what we are doing at the Faculty of Education, and to examine its impact on teacher professional development in the effective integration of generative AI in the teaching learning processes. So with that aim, the specific objectives were to find out the existing awareness and perceptions of educators on generative AI tools, to identify their professional development needs, and to design, develop, and implement an intervention for continuing professional development of educators to integrate generative AI into their professional practices, and to examine the effects of this intervention. And also to publish a website comprising all the artifacts related to this project. Right. So as we all know, AI is the buzzword today everywhere, and it's especially generative AI is having a great impact on the teaching learning processes, because it can generate content very efficiently based on the data patterns, and it offers us innovative ways to think or enrich our teaching learning process. However, we all know despite these potentials, it also raises various challenges and some risks as well. Therefore, competency development in harnessing the potential of generative AI productively to enhance teaching and learning is essential. That's why we thought, as the Faculty of Education, because we are developing teachers, school teachers, and teacher educators in this for the system. That's why we thought of the significance of initiating this project with the support and with the kind support from Commonwealth of Learning. We were able to do this. Right. So I would like to share with you this UNESCO framework, because our focus is on competency development, AI competency development. UNESCO has come up with this AI competency framework for teachers with the aim of ensuring that teachers are equipped to use AI responsibly and effectively while minimizing potential risks to students and the society. So this framework emphasizes that AI tools should complement but not replace the vital roles and responsibilities of teachers. I think that's a very important message that we all should bear in mind. So I will just quickly share this framework with you, because this sort of gave the background to formulate this research project as well. The framework highlights 5 key aspects. All are equally important. Having a human-centered mindset, that's not only to depend totally on the tools, but to think about the human involvement and ethics of AI, AI foundations and its applications, AI pedagogy, and AI for professional development. So it shows how these aspects can progress at 3 different levels: acquiring, that's at the initial level, then deepen the understandings, and then come up to creation. So out of these aspects, we try to address all these 5 aspects, but mainly it was about AI pedagogy, because that's our main concern at the Faculty of Education. So the AI pedagogy, the competency development happens through these 3 levels: AI-assisted teaching, where we have to develop our skills in using various generative AI tools to facilitate our lesson planning, teaching and learning process, and assessments while mitigating the risks. And then while deepening, moving forward to integrate pedagogy integration, that is to design student-centered teaching and learning practices to foster engagement and also support differentiated learning and enhance interactions with the aim of promoting empathy as well as critical thinking, creative thinking, and problem-solving skills, those higher order cognitive skills among students. And finally, AI-enhanced pedagogical innovation, which will happen, after some time, after developing competencies and using it, integrating it, creating various scenarios, learning scenarios, integrating generative AI. So basically, that's the summary of this UNESCO framework in relation to AI pedagogy. That's in that backdrop. We designed this research project. I thought taking a collaborative action research approach is most suitable in this scenario, because it is an effective strategy for transforming professional practice through evidence-based methods, because this is a transformation, changing mindsets and changing practices. So rather than doing it individually, when groups of people work together collaboratively, the educators, when I say educators, it can be teacher educators, school teachers, all types of educators who are involved in the teaching learning process, work together to achieve social and professional change, working in partnerships or in collaboration with each other. So accordingly, these 4 stages planning, acting, observing and reflecting happened even during this short period of time. So these are the research questions that we focused on. First, what are the professional development needs, to identify the needs of educators regarding this integration. Then what are their perceptions, how do educators perceive, because it's a change of mindset, right? And then after the intervention, what changes have occurred in the thinking and practices of educators with the integration of generative AI into teaching learning, and what's the impact of intervention on enhancing their professional practices. So, as I mentioned before, this was like voluntary participation based on the interest and based on the time permitted for by the educators and the students. We focused on 4 B.Ed programs being offered at the Faculty of Education, B.Ed Natural Sciences and B.Ed Drama and Theatre offered by the Department of Secondary and Tertiary Education, B.Ed Special Needs Education offered by the Department of Special Needs Education, and B.Ed Primary Education offered by the Department of Early Childhood and Primary Education. And in addition to that, we have another department, Education Leadership and Management. So we involved, even though they do not have a B.Ed program yet, we involved the interested participants from that department also, both teacher educators and student teachers, comprising a total of 50 participants. Then the intervention strategies. Now, according to this collaborative action research project, after doing an initial needs survey, the intervention was planned in different stages, mainly having intervention workshops at different stages. Initially, to introduce the concept of generative AI, the tools, basics of prompt engineering, and the role of educators. So I should mention there are 2 resource persons supported me in this process. I should mention Mr. Asanka Senviratna from the Faculty of Management Studies and Ms. Shani Raj Singham from SETME. Because of their interest and experiences, they provided support to us. And then we initiated, then our staff and students worked together collaboratively in creating teaching learning resources, activities with that, skill developed, capacity developed. Then we had a mid-intervention workshop where we weaved the creations and peer review happened throughout the process. And finally, we had the post-intervention, that is at the end of 6 months, where the 4 groups created group portfolios to showcase their creations. So I'm not going to go into details about this because we are having 4 presentations from these 4 groups. I thought it's best to give them the opportunity rather than me presenting, give the participants an opportunity to share their experience and showcase some of their creations and how they have integrated them into their study programs. So after my presentations, representatives from these 4 B.Ed programs will be making short presentations. So I will not go into details, let them share their experiences. So these CPD workshops were very active. You can see our dean herself was actively involved, and professors, heads of the department, senior lecturers, professional lecturers, students, our student teachers, they all worked together in small groups with our facilitation and with all the other work. We all know we have a heavy workload here at this Faculty of Education. Still, I should mention they all very actively engaged in this project, even though during this 6 months period of time. And to support them, we created an online collaborative space in the Moodle learning management system where they shared their creation so that everybody can see what the others are creating, right? So in between the workshops, they were continuously creating things, experimenting with the tools and creating and sharing and giving peer feedback. And also another important thing is I started creating this resource website from the very beginning of the project, collecting and compiling various resources related to generative AI in teacher education. There's a wide amount, a lot of resources, articles, research done, frameworks, and tools, books, blogs, and so many things are available. So I started collecting these things, and with the help of my research assistant, Ms. Kajani Hettiarachchi, and my IT assistant, Ms. Palika Jayasinghe, we keep on updating this resource website which I created in WordPress, which is still being updated in all these categories. I won't go into that because of the time constraint, but you all can, it's accessible to anybody. It's a good resource website where we call it Gen AI for TED. It's supported our research participants as a resource website. And in addition to that, another thing that happened in parallel with the research project were the webinars we started at SETME actually, because I am playing the dual role at acting director of SETME. We started this webinar series of webinars on generative AI integration with the participation of international experts who have experience, who have more experience than us. And since January, every month we have conducted these webinars, and all those have been uploaded in the new YouTube channel launched at the Open University, which is called Open Education, OUSL. We launched it with these webinars. So with the Vice Chancellor's support, we launched this new website especially to share our experiences with the global audience. So it's becoming very popular, and still it's happening now. We have conducted 6 webinars. These are also resources. A lot of insights are in these webinars, and the next one will be in July, and it's scheduled until the end of the year. Right. So what are the key findings? I'm not going to go into details because a detailed research report will be compiled and submitted to COL, but the main finding is that this intervention, because when we check the initial awareness and perceptions, a majority knew only about ChatGPT, basically, and not about any other tools or how to integrate them and those things. So thanks to our resource persons, they introduced a lot of other tools and how to integrate them for different purposes, which you will see in their presentations. So this intervention has led to notable shifts in participants' perspectives. Some people had negative attitudes at the beginning, that we should not be using that, but afterwards their attitudes also changed, and also the pedagogical practices about effective integration of generative AI tools in teaching and learning. So it has contributed to the advancement of educators' professional practices. When I say educators, it's both teacher educators and our school teachers who are our student teachers at the Faculty of Education, mainly to foster a more meaningful, responsible, and ethically grounded use of generative AI in education context. So these are the stages that we went through: raising awareness, capacity development, collaborative learning. I wish to emphasize this collaborative learning because as teams we were able to achieve a lot rather than doing this individually. Pedagogical integration, collective reflection, and adaptation and adoption. So finally, I would like to conclude saying that this developing collaborative capacity building initiatives focused on the effective integration of Gen AI plays a key role in enhancing continuous professional development. So such initiatives encourage sharing of knowledge and good practices, as well as foster development of relevant digital and pedagogical skills, and promote creative thinking and critical reflection. So by working together in this structured learning environment, learning communities, including myself, right, we all work together to be equipped or be competent in exploring innovative application of generative AI into our teaching learning practices. I would also like to mention, I'm actually happy to mention that based on this research project, I had submitted a proposal for UNESCO's Digital Education Week 2025, which is happening in September 2025. And after competitive selection, my proposal has been accepted for presentation at UNESCO headquarters in Paris in September 2025. In addition to that, three of us have also submitted an abstract to AAOU conference that also has been accepted to be presented in October. So this research is, is something that motivated all of us, and I would like to I would like to say special thanks to these key entities and people who have supported us during this endeavor, especially Commonwealth of Learning, who have always supported us in various ways for all these innovative initiatives since 2003. Still, they are supporting us. So thank you very much, especially Dr. Tony Mays and Dr. Jaco Olivier, who have been consistently supporting me in this endeavor. And of course, Open Research Sri Lanka, the Vice Chancellor, always encourages and supports us in all our initiatives. So I wish to thank especially our Vice Chancellor, Professor P.M. Siddhalakaratne, and also the senior management who have given various support in the implementation of the project, and of course all staff members in the Faculty of Education, including both academic support, non-academic, everybody, and set me as well in various ways, especially about the webinars, and the two resource persons, Mr. Sanka Senuratne and Ms. Charlotte Rajsingham, the research participants, especially the B.Ed students, our student teachers, who were actively engaging. Even though this number is small, they were very active. So I especially thank them, and also our staff members who were in the research project. And of course, my two assistants, research assistant, Ms. Kajani Hettiarachchi and Ms. Palika Jayasinghe, who had to bear with all my demands continuously. So thank you very much, and of course my family for supporting me in all these endeavors. And our journey does not end here. Even though the project ends, the journey will continue. We will be, because this is only during a 6-month period of time, but we will be continuing throughout, integrating generative AI productively, meaningfully, ethically, and in a responsible manner to our teaching learning processes, and also developing capacity of our target groups, that is the school teachers and teacher educators in the system. I would also like to mention before I end that Commonwealth of Learning has sort of expectation to take this to a national level. So I hope with the Ministry of Education support, maybe next year we might have at a national level Research Dissemination Seminar, because I believe it's important to share these experiences at a national level. So I hope we can discuss, and Commonwealth of Learning is also expecting that sort of national level involvement. So I hope we can do that probably by next year. So once again, thank you very much for your participation today, and let us now see what the participants have to tell. Thank you very much.
Now we will move on to the presentations by the participants. So we have selected participants from the 4 B.Ed programs, B.Ed in Special Needs Education, Bachelor of Education in Primary Education, Bachelor of Education in Drama and Theatre, and also Bachelor of Education in Natural Sciences. So I will first invite the participant from the B.Ed Special Needs program to do the presentation.
Okay, good morning everyone, Honorable Vice Chancellor, distinguished guests, all participants. So, today I will be speaking about the journey with generative AI or the artificial intelligence presented by the Department of Special Needs Education at the Faculty of Education, the Open University of Sri Lanka. These are our team members under the Department of Special Needs Education, and one student is there. So, right. Okay, by using AI or the artificial intelligence, we create a lot of activities. So there are a lot of platforms that we can use in order to create a lot of activities when we are delivering our teaching processes or otherwise during our teaching and learning process in the university level. And also, we expect that thing to implement in the school level also. That's why we have incorporated our students in our program. So by using different platforms, I told like that, right? Okay, let's see what are the platforms, AI platforms that we used for the preparation of different kind of activities. Normally, we all know that during our teaching and learning processes, we have to integrate different modes like videos, songs, presentations, and we are using lot of activities or the presentations like that. So the videos we can create through the in-video. Normally we know that through a small video by sharing the social media, we can get the attention of the society. So, okay. So I was talking about the in-video where we have created videos in order to get the social attention of the society. So we can pass the messages through small video clips to the society. Likewise, we have created a small video through in-video AI generator in order to pass the message for the parents who have the children with disabilities, that you have not isolated in the society, but there are professionals, and also to tell that there are a lot of people are there to help you when you need, right? So okay, I will show you one example that we have created through in-video.
Ever felt like no one understands your unique parenting adventures? You're not alone. Raising a child with special needs can feel like an island, but it doesn't have to be. Social media is more than just cat videos and memes. It's a powerful tool that connects parents across the globe, especially parents of children with special needs.
Okay, that is one of the videos that we have created. Normally, not only the videos, but also the PowerPoint presentations, we can easily create it, right? So there are a lot of platforms, AI platforms, where we can use. The Gamma AI, one of the platforms that we can use. So we can create the PowerPoint presentations, which is we need for our teaching and learning process in university level. Normally we use that. So easily we can create, but we all know, we should know that we can create through the AI, but we should adjust it according to our needs. So we can't believe that all the information that gives through AI is correct. So as well as we want to ensure that the production given by the AI should meet the requirements that we have. So one of the presentations that we have created regarding the special needs education in Sri Lanka. So I will show you a few slides from there. So that is one example, and also song production. Normally we all know when we are addressing the neuroplasticity of humans, so we want to think different modes. So how to stimulate a human living being visually, auditorily. So one mode we can use songs. So with Suno AI we can create songs. So in order to introduce the disability categories according to the idea, so we have created a song by using Suno AI. So let's listen to that song.
Categories. The Individuals with Disabilities Education Act is a law that makes available a free appropriate public education to eligible children with disabilities throughout the nation and ensures special education and related services to those children, supports early intervention services for infants and toddlers and their families, and awards competitive discretionary grants. Key aspects of IPEA. Free appropriate public education.
So, and also generating codes. Normally we all know that when we are using Excel and also different platforms are there, we want to generate codes, right? So by using ChatGPT we can create codes. Normally for this, I use this for to grade the students. It has the course has more than 80 students, so if I did it manually, it will take more than 30 minutes. But by using the ChatGPT for generating codes, I can minimize that time up to 2 minutes. So I can do that activity within 2 minutes if I use these kind of platforms. So the websites we can create, Gamma AI, infographics through Napkin AI, and also the portfolios through Canva. The infographics. Normally we all know that after the teaching and learning process, if there are short notes, it is very valuable. So we can create these kind of short notes also even through Napkin AI. And also for the portfolios in university level, we are creating those kind of activities. So it is very much effective, and it is very easy to prepare these kind of portfolios from these kind of AI platforms. So the final message that I want to give after using AI, every experience and innovation holds a lesson worth exploring. Normally, don't allow AI to control you. Control AI by yourself. What to do, why to do, how to do, everything depends on human living beings. So meaningfully use the AI. Thank you very much.
Very good morning to everyone. I'm representing the Department of Early Childhood and Primary Education. After actively participating 3 CPD workshops, our staff successfully created many learning resources with the use of AI tools. So our department all got together and we participated these workshops and we gained valuable lessons and we gained a lot of experience how to use these AI tools to enhance our teaching learning process. Let's have a small overview on what we have done. This is the department portfolio created by Mrs. Dilani Deshuya using Gamma AI. These are the group members who actively participated in these 3 workshops. So these are the utilized AI tools that we use to create innovative educational materials. By using Gamma AI, we created a presentation. This presentation explores prenatal development, the process by which a baby grows and changes from conception to birth. Every slide explains the stages of development. So like that, we made different types of presentation that we can use our day-to-day teaching learning process. And also, we were able to create a numerous PowerPoint presentation also with using Gamma AI. This is one of the presentation, Explore Aesthetic Education in Early Childhood.
Recording in progress.
And it tells us how focusing on experience with art, music, moment, and creative expression nurture children's imagination and emotional development. Also, we used in-video AI to create many videos that we can use as learning resources. This video is about development stages in early childhood.
If your classroom looks like a whirlwind of growth, you're a child development expert in the making. First up, infancy, 0 to 2 years. Tiny humans.
Like that, we created many videos. This video we can use as teachers in their primary classroom to teach about nutrients for their small kids.
Rather round, tiny tots. Let's dive into the world of tasty nutrients. Meat protein patty. She's strong.
And also, by using in-video AI, we were able to create many videos. And this is an infographic we made with Napkin AI. We can use this as a summary note to teach key milestone in human prenatal development. Also, with the help of Notebook LM, we created audio conversation. We can use as a listening resources.
Well, it all kicks off with fertilization. That's the moment, as the source explains, when sperm and egg fuse. Right.
And this is one of the most interesting AI tool that we have experienced, the Zuno AI. Ms. Dilani has created a Tamil song about prenatal development that we can use with the Tamil medium students. Let's listen to, a little for that.
வாழ்க்கை தொடங்கும் காலத்தில் நான் உயிர்களின் தடம் தேடி போகும் வா.
Okay, as a Department of Early Childhood and Primary Education, we look forward to continue using this AI tool to enhance our all education programs, but we are mindful to use them in a proper manner, and we know we can't rely only on these AI tools. We should know how to control them, how to edit them, and make use of them as what we need. Thank you so much for your time.
Good morning once again. This presentation focuses on integrating AI tools into BA Drama and Theatre program offered by the Department of Secondary and Tertiary Education. Our team comprised with 9 members, including teacher educators and student teachers. So, we looked into integrating AI into 6 media as shown on the slide. So this endeavor had 2 objectives. From teacher educators' perspective, we wanted to see what effective AI tools can be incorporated into our teaching learning process in delivering course content in the ODM context. From the student teacher's perspective, they wanted to deliver their subject drama to students who are in different schools in island-wide. So, in line with the presentation, we first created images using Copilot. Here we gave precise prompts to creating these images, which are very colorful and effective, showing that the masks used in Japanese theatre. Moving forward, we created a mind map for student teachers on teaching methods using Notebook LM. This was very interesting for them to remember and navigate their learning experience in a detailed, clear manner. So we created different presentations using Gamma AI and Napkin, but we created, and they were very colorful and very interesting for the students to continue with teaching and learning. Then moving forward, we created audio clips for comparative education using Suno AI. So let me play one for you. This is on multiculturalism.
Thousand voices in the breeze, each one a story, each one a key, colors of either a living sea. We want.
Hope you enjoyed. Then the final integration is videos. So videos were used for teaching learning process. The first one, which I will be showing, is created by using Animaker for the storytelling, using of storytelling method. Then the second one is developed by using InVideo, and there are 2 more using Capfin and Canva. So this is the video created by using Animaker.
Once upon a time, in a peaceful meadow, 2 friends, Seer the hare and Bovia the tortoise, were about to start an exciting race. Who would win? Seer, full of confidence, thinks, I can easily win this race against Bovia. I'm the fastest around. Meanwhile, Bovia the tortoise remains calm, knowing that perseverance is key. He quietly thinks, I'll give it my best. With excitement in the air, a butterfly flutters above as the race is about to begin. Ready, set, go.
Scene 1, Introduction.
This is about Japanese drama, No and Kabuki, and let me play it for you.
Scene 1, Introduction, 000020. Japan is home to some of the world's oldest and most refined theatrical traditions. Let's explore 2 of its most iconic forms, No and Kabuki.
So these are the video clips that we created for our students. And in concluding, let me reflect on our thoughts. So we believe that AI is not replacing creativity, but enhancing creativity within us for a better learning journey. Thank you.
Good morning all. Let's look at the B.Ed Natural Science degree program, the educational resources that we created for B.Ed Natural Science degree program in the Department of Secondary and Tertiary Education. First, this is the portfolio that we created by using Notion AI tool. So here we have included all the educational resources that we have created within these workshops. So first, let's look at the lesson plans we created by using EduAid AI, Napkin AI, and ChatGPT. For example, this is the lesson plan. This is a lesson plan that we created by using ChatGPT to teach about educational problems in multi-ethnic societies. Here, I would like to highlight that we have edited these lesson plans by including our own insights and our knowledge. So that is a very important point. So you can see some other lesson plans as well. So we have created multiple teaching learning resources to cater the diverse learning needs of our B.Ed Natural Sciences students. For instance, these are the videos we have created by using mainly InVideo AI, Animaker, Pictory AI. So let me show you one example for you. This is a video that we created to teach about photosynthesis for the school-going science students, that the science teachers also can use this very effectively.
Plants create energy. This energy is in the form of sugar. Photosynthesis happens inside the leaves of plants. Inside the leaves are tiny structures called chlorophyll.
So with the limited time, I am quickly going forward. Then you can see many videos we have created. We created infographics too. This is an infographic that we created to teach about living and non-living things, created by using Napkin AI tool. And another one we created by using ChatGPT to teach about main human body systems. Let's go to the PowerPoint presentations. We have created many PowerPoint presentations by using Gamma AI tool. Here I would like to emphasize that we can help our native speaking students by translating these PowerPoint presentations into Sinhala medium as well. And also Tamil medium. This is an example for that. This PowerPoint presentation was translated by using Gamma AI tool to teach about guidance and counseling programs in Sri Lankan context. We created a song too by using soonai.com. Like my previous colleagues also emphasized this AI tool. Let's hear some lyrics of this video which we created to teach about photosynthesis for the science students.
Sunlight hits the leaves so bright, tiny cells start their delight. Drinking rays, they sip and stay, building sugar every day. This magic is real time.
So the other important point is that by generating these songs, we can even download the lyrics as well. Now you can see the lyrics of this song as well. So finally, I would like to show you the diverse assessments and evaluation tasks that we created for our students. These are different types of assessments that we created. For example, game-based assessments like bingo style assessments, jigsaw activities, four-corner game activity, also includes some diverse questions, and also multiple choice questions. This was created by revisely.com, and other assessments also created by using EduAid AI. The important point is that through these assessments, even students can get quick feedback like this. You can see here. So these kind of assessments are very important for our ODL context students because they can get quick feedback, and it is important to enhance their self-regulated learning skills and their self-study skills as well. Finally, I would like to show you the website that we created, including all these resources. This is a public website that we created by using Gamma AI for the student teachers to teach science and mathematics. So these are the contributors who helped for this marvelous journey. And I finally would like to conclude that we are going to integrate these AI tools to our department programs. Very important point is that we are going to use these AI tools ethically, efficiently, critically, and also in a meaningful manner to enhance future learning. Thank you so much.
Now we will move on to another important segment of today's event. We are honored to hear from Dr. Tony Mays, Director of Education at COL, and also he's a strong supporter of innovative teacher development across Commonwealth. I warmly invite Dr. Mays to address the gathering.
Thank you, Chair. Good evening from Vancouver to Vice Chancellor, Senior Registrar, Deans, the distinguished guests and the presenters. We hope the presenters will be able to share links to their presentations with us after the event because we've had some technical challenges. And just to explain, the technical challenges don't exist only in other parts of the world. I planned to join this meeting using my laptop, but on the third Wednesday of every month, we do an IT update, and someone called Roger took over my laptop and was doing all sorts of exciting things. I'm not sure if Roger is a real person or Roger is a Gen AI or whether Roger is a mix of the two, but I had to join you on my cell phone instead, on my mobile phone, because my laptop is not accessible to me. So we understand that there are always technical challenges, but I get from the presentations that were made that some very creative work is being done. This work is a product of a program called COL Chairs, which we started in 2010. COL realized that there was a small number of very experienced practitioners and researchers in various forms of ODL, but a growing number of people new to the field who needed to learn from those who had prior experience. So we created the COL Chairs as honorary positions and gave them a very tiny budget, about that big, to try and do some creative work. And we were very delighted when Dr. Karunanayaka took up our challenge to explore possibilities for sharing her wisdom and her experience. And this particular project links to objective 1 of the proposal that she sent us to promote the integration of generative AI into our everyday ODL practice. This resonates with some work that COL has done across the Commonwealth in terms of thinking about the policy implications of Gen AI, but also on a practical basis in terms of a project we've called Teacher in the Loop, where, like you, we're looking at the interface or the intersection between what generative AI can help us to do and bringing in the teacher expertise and making sure that it is teachers who make the final decision over what is acceptable and what is not. So I think there's a great synergy between the work that Professor Karunanayaka is taking forward and COL's objectives. And I would be very, very interested, as I say, if you could share the presentation links that were made during this evening after this, so that Jaco and I can go through them more carefully. But congratulations on the work that has been achieved to date. And I would like to hand back to the chair so that Jaco can link this particular piece of research within the larger framework. But congratulations to everybody.
Thank you very much, Dr. Mays. Now we are delighted to invite Dr. J.A.K. Olivier, Advisor on Higher Education at the Commonwealth of Learning, to address the gathering.
Thank you very much, Chair. Senior Professor Tilakratne, Vice Chancellor of the Open University of Sri Lanka, Dr. De Silva, Dr. Jaisinghe, university staff and other attendees, and especially Commonwealth of Learning Chair, Senior Professor Shironica Karunanayaka, and the project participants. Thank you for this opportunity to take part in this Research Dissemination Seminar. The research project, Integration of Generative AI in Teacher Education, led by Commonwealth of Learning Chair Professor Karunanayaka, represents a significant scholarly advancement within educational technology. Thank you for sharing details about this project and also for the exceptional presentations. Through meticulous research, innovative professional development interventions, and thoughtfully designed resources, this project makes substantial contributions to both theoretical understanding and practical application of generative AI, worldwide, but specifically in the Sri Lankan context. This is quite relevant. A recent Forbes article indicated that 60% of educators use AI in their classrooms in the USA. According to McKinsey & Company, 20 to 40% of current workload of teachers can be automated using current technology. In a 2024 study by Indiraje and Gunaratne, concentrating specifically on the Sri Lankan higher education sector, they found an absence of comprehensive policies and guidelines at university level, and uncertainty about reliability of information provided by generative AI tools, and an over-reliance on these tools by learners, a lack of understanding and expertise among academics, and a resistance to embracing technology advancements. And this project specifically addresses the problem identified there. I think it links also well with the activities from the Sri Lankan government in 2024 in terms of training teachers in robotics and AI. And I think you are leading the way when it comes to teacher training. This project is therefore relevant not only in your context, but also wider. The scholarly significance of this research lies primarily in its timely exploration of generative AI, a rapidly advancing technology that is reshaping educational paradigms worldwide and specifically also in Sri Lanka. The project recognizes the critical importance of equipping teachers and educators with not only technological skills, but also pedagogically sound practices to integrate generative AI effectively in their professional environments, as was demonstrated by the colleagues today. The research draws robustly on well-established theoretical frameworks, including the technological pedagogical content knowledge model and constructivist learning theory, which underscores the importance of combining content knowledge, pedagogical approaches, and technological proficiency, which was also very well demonstrated today. By employing this collaborative action research methodology, the project effectively promotes a reflective and participatory process, empowering educators, and student teachers to transform their professional practice. One particularly commendable contribution is the project's holistic approach to professional development. The report outlines a clear strategy comprising initial training workshops, mid-intervention reviews, and post-intervention reflective sessions. For example, the initial workshop focused not only on introducing generative AI such as ChatGPT, Gemini, and Canva, but also emphasized hand-on activities, thus promoting active learning and immediate application of knowledge. This approach not only raised awareness, but also built practical capacity. Moreover, the project's practical value is evident in its commitment to open resources. The creation of openly licensed website titled Generative AI in Teacher Education serves as a repository for categorized learning materials, making it a valuable resource accessible to a broader audience beyond the immediate project participants. Additionally, the establishment of the YouTube channel, featuring webinars led by international experts, further illustrates the project's commitment to knowledge dissemination and collaborative global dialogue. Despite a short time span, this project was very successful through intensive capacity building workshops and continuous reflections. any possible potential resistance among educators due to unfamiliarity with AI tools and ethical implications were mitigated through the provision of comprehensive ethical guidelines and the promotion of ongoing dialogue. From a specific national perspective, the project addresses a critical need within Sri Lanka by filling the research and training gap in generative AI literacy among educators. Given the rapid pace of technological change, it has profound implications for education in Sri Lanka. This project's contribution offer a timely response, equipping teachers to confidently navigate the ethical considerations, technological skills, and pedagogical strategies necessary to leverage generative AI effectively. There are many future implications of this research, and they are substantial. They include informing national educational policies to integrate generative AI literacy into teacher training and curricula across Sri Lanka, providing a framework for longitudinal studies and sustained impact of generative AI interventions in educational settings, guiding further research on effective pedagogical strategies, encouraging the development of ethical guidelines, inspiring similar professional development initiatives across other educational institutions. And that's particularly of interest to us at Commonwealth of Learning. How can we take this as an example of sensitizing and then capacity building of higher education staff involved in teacher training in other countries and in other institutions? And I definitely think there's a recipe here that can be of value to us. This also serves as a model for collaborations and knowledge exchange that can be followed by others. By providing empirical evidence to support advocacy efforts for increased governmental institutional investment in AI infrastructure, this project can also serve in that regard. In conclusion, the research project led by Professor Karunanayaka demonstrates scholarly rigor, innovative methodology, and practical applicability, making a valuable contribution to educational practice and theory. The integration of generative AI in teacher education, as articulated by this project, not only enhances educational practices within Sri Lanka, but also provides a replicable model that can be used in similar contexts elsewhere. Dear colleagues, thank you very much and congratulations to Professor Karunanayaka and also the colleagues who collaborated on this project. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, dear sir. Now it's my great pleasure to invite our distinguished chief guest to address the gathering. Despite his busy schedule, he made time to be with us. I warmly invite Senior Professor P.M.C. Tilakaratne, the Vice Chancellor of the Open University of Sri Lanka, to address the gathering.
Thank you very much. Good morning once again. Dr. Vajirada Silva, Dean Faculty of Education, Senior Professor Shironica Karunanayaka, COL Chair on Teacher Education, Dr. Tony Mays, Director Education, Commonwealth of Learning, Dr. Jaco Olivier, Advisor Higher Education, Commonwealth of Learning, all other Deans of the Open University Sri Lanka, Registrar Bursa, Professor Lekamge, Director Research, Active Librarian, all that senior academics, heads of the departments, professors, all my academic colleagues, and invited guests. It's my distinct pleasure to speak a few words on this special occasion. When I seated here, it reminded me how our life changed throughout the years. I'm not going to discuss everything, but I want to mention especially now, before this evaluation of the research project, how that we have started this education and where we are now. I think that I several times said that I wrote the first letter, Ayanna, in our language, on stale pad with the stale pen. Now thereafter, Yes, somewhere in 1980s, of course, we started to use Microsoft Word and Excel as well. And thereafter, in 1990, when so I was abroad, one of the professors came up with the PowerPoint presentation. I told that this is the world. And then that we did statistics, we have done. So manually, mean mode, average calculation, standard deviation, everything. And thereafter all the softwares came. Then for the business world, what is called outsourcing business came. Then that whole world, again surprised, except our private life, all will be outsourced. Now today, of course, we are living in a digital world. In the digital world, of course, now I turn into this research project. This is the Research Dissemination Seminar, Generative AI in Teacher Education, of course, COL Chair Research Project. And today, this moment, of course, presented outcome of this research project. The methodology adopted, collaborative action research. Collaborative action research today, of course, proven with that different departments of the Open University of Sri Lanka under the Faculty of Education, and how generative AI supported drama and theatre, special needs education, and not only that, in our own language or that Tamil language, how that the content is created, that is very much important. And then, to me, I have been propagating in this university as an open and distance learning only university here in Sri Lanka, video production. I just talking to Professor Shironica, why we can't now, of course, adapt generative AI techniques to produce educational videos needed for our higher education delivery. So therefore, I think through this project, as an outcome of this project, not only this research dissemination, we will be able to, of course, organize different kinds of workshops to disseminate this, not only the research outcome, the practical aspects of how generative AI, like that I also learned by sitting here, Gamma AI, to create songs, Suno AI, Napkin, Notion AI tool, and everything. Of course, now I'm also today onwards, trying. Because it is important to learn that, as I said, because earlier that we have never learned, never experienced in our lives, but today we are into the artificial intelligence world. Now, when it comes to teacher education, it is very much important. Now today, all that parents, not only here in Sri Lanka, all over the world, of course, concerned about education of their children. Now, why AI adoption into the teacher education is important? Of course, several presenters very correctly in the convinced way presented. So, generative AI today transforming various sectors today, and its relevance to the teacher education is particularly profound, as I think. As the true education becomes increasingly intertwined with digital tools, the integration of generative AI into teacher training programs holds significant importance today. So no need to say, because in the presentation, the first presentation done by the Professor Shironica, how that pedagogical practices can enhance, how the personalized teacher training can be conducted. Not only that, supports reflective practices and how to improve accessibility and inclusivity, all that you have presented. And then not only that, how to foster digital competence. That is very much important, because why? Today in the higher education and also world of work, what is called the words that the programs that we have been discussing, what is called introduce micro credentials on generative AI education. For what? We need now younger generation to equip with digitally literate and AI aware. Other thing is that capability and how critically evaluating and responsible way using AI tools in the classroom, because it's a challenge for the higher education as well. We all are aware when we ask our students to write an assignment, very simple, within half an hour you will read AI generated assignment. Then that we mark it, because there is no any other option, right? It's like when the online education during the pandemic period we have implemented, not this university, the other university, one of the courses, 148 students appeared for the examination, all A pluses. Online test, online examination. So that's why we need that what is called that ethics part into this digital integration. Then again equipped to teach students about AI ethics, as I said, risks and applications. Then I'm not going to that discuss much, but before that concluding my short speech, I must appreciate Commonwealth of Learning supporting the Open Institute Sri Lanka and also selecting one of our greatest human assets, Senior Professor Shironica Karunanayaka, as a COL Chair. And I'm more than happy she, of course, that again selected for the UNESCO out of the competition as well. I couldn't recollect what it is. Yeah, to present this project. So because this is very important, because Sri Lankans are talented, capable, I need also to introduce something. Very recently, just before 2 months, I received an email from the Association of Commonwealth Universities. Says that you can contest for the council member and the trustee to represent India, Malaysia, Pakistan, Bangladesh and Sri Lanka, 5 countries. Then they asked me, you need to do the 3 minutes presentation plus 300 words write-up. I did. Voted from all 5 countries. From the 1st of August onwards, I have been appointed as the it's a 41st time here in Sri Lanka, right? So my presentation and the 300 words write-up, how that I propagate the higher education in this Asian region. So that's the that of course beauty of our capacity, capability, wealth of experience and intellectual ability. I think that we all as educators, not only me, you all should get this experience, because our time is depleting. But gradually, young people are coming to this world, and this education, I cannot imagine if the AI is generating everything like you did today, what would happen to the future, right? Silicon Valley, of course, manufacture. You know that no human intervention for driving cars, right? Even in Russia, that's how. Now when that we are, that on the roads today, we see all, that build your dreams, right? Build your dreams. How that, Chinese market invaded the world, right? BYD cars. You see, when I wanted to buy it, one of my friends said that, okay, sir, that you can, use it after 5 years, you can, exchange your car if you buy this brand with a plastic basing. You understand what he said? I do not know whether it's right or wrong. I got that advice, right? The thing is that what I wanted to tell you, technology is that much fast, but as you said very rightly in your whole presentation, human intervention is needed. That's why I said our intellectual capacity. So then, again, while I appreciating the Commonwealth of Learning, of course, that Dr. Jaco Olivier and Tony Mays, always, that working with Sri Lanka, and also, again, I appreciate Faculty of Education is always in the forefront of technology adoption in higher education. I'm really appreciate as the Vice Chancellor of this university. Therefore, in conclusion, generative AI is not just a technological innovation today. It's a pedagogical ally that can redefine how teachers are trained in the future, supported and empowered. Integrating it into teacher education ensures that educators are prepared not only to use AI tools effectively, but also to shape their ethical and impactful use in the future classrooms. Embracing this potential is key to cultivating a future-ready teaching workforce here in Sri Lanka. Thank you very much for inviting me. All the very best.
Thank you very much, dear sir, for your appreciation, and also please accept our very humble congratulations on behalf of everyone at the Faculty of Education. As we come to the end of today's event, I now invite Dr. Samanthi Jayasinghe, Head of the Department of Special Needs Education, to do the vote of thanks on behalf of the Faculty of Education.
Thank you, Ms. Purnima. Again, good morning, everyone. It is my honor to deliver the vote of thanks as we close this Research Dissemination Seminar on Generative AI in Teacher Education, organized by the Faculty of Education of the Open University of Sri Lanka. First, I warmly thank our chief guest, Senior Professor P.M.C. Tilakaratne, Vice Chancellor of OUSL, for joining us today and sharing his valuable thoughts despite a very busy schedule. Sir, we are truly grateful. Our sincere thanks also go to Dr. Tony Mayers and Dr. J.A.K. Olivier from the Commonwealth of Learning for supporting the project and joining us virtually and for their insightful contributions. I would like to thank officials from the Ministry of Education, members of the senior management, directors, and other staff members from SETMI and the management faculty of OUSL for their presence today. Our gratitude extends to Dr. Vajra da Silva, our Dean of the Faculty of Education, for her guidance and support throughout this event. I also thank Emeritus Professor G.D. Lekamge and elected members of the Faculty Board, and all the heads of the department attached to the Faculty of Education for their presence and encouragement. Thank you to all academic staff, assistant registrar, non-academic and academic support staff who helped make today a successful. We also appreciate the involvement of our Bachelor of Education Honours students who actively contribute to this project. I would like to thank SETME for photography and video recording and IT staff for technical support. At last, not least, special thank you goes to Senior Professor Shironica P. Karunanayaka, the driving force behind this project. Madam, your leadership and dedication are deeply appreciated. And finally, thank you to each and every one of you for being here and supporting this important event. Thank you once again.
Thank you very much. With that, we have come to the end of the program. Refreshments are ready downstairs, and we shall see you again with another innovative project. Thank you. Have a nice day.